And so ye dear the African, will be a dear to a trim say here no why. You know, correct, and no my dear, you know, any bruni the any share. Ours is different. And it's a my real school me a buyer, not a metima ton cocoa. What the upper bisa asana? Cocoa water was said there be our discussing a coffee. Wo was our school teachers who could tap any computer. And I'm 700 a month. Why do you know what close you know? You want me a D, you know, the first 50,000 one fan kotoka. Ko pay BBA and my 50,000 they drew 1 million. Tia can ye dear yen kakatia. And I make us a ye dear a benobia. Also, Uba we are say, the odi be ye no yame de mouse of abrow. Will be a de one for BBama. The problem is the obitman who the odi buy. And will be asking you how peso ye ya and your baby or tin or be chassis, baby. I want no hard chassis. Nipa baby, I was chassis no hana wedding. Oh, sorry. So preaching ye the map as Africa for no, ye the show masino. So preaching is suppressing greatness. Don't you know? As I see the Viniha for nature of human. Now, of course, Rahim will be for good and come away. Sebe, you don't know. You baby, a Becca, and I'm Mumbai, then I'm no crack, and a mamma and Kai and Anam. Becca, no crack, yes, Yakui. Kakra is Yano. We just also your Bohondelu. Nipadi, Sebe, the Onimo and Denam. And the more Nipanim Bibino, the more than Totia. Beconanim. Told the because Obikuta Sikako. Goodbye. So no matter cry. Sabi, what the Baba that so. So, I their paja, I was a restaurant for so new no any. So, Nimdian here. They didn't dear to her near the Sicato for him dear. Go Nimdian never body the Obenya Humbiano. Ebai. Now, the O Pesicanon qua, now Nimdiana, and for Beje. No crack, Annie. Open him, dear, Annie. Na o pesikanon kwa na onim o de beje o go do ne beje and beje nkrofo be to so many investors no was our boys na asa de dey no do ko no treke because nim de no e form sa entinim de na se be de gini pafiri ahochirem and nkonya you know
what seems to be our challenge as mabunu and you just mentioned a very critical part of the conversation nim de no is it that ya adwene say yempese ye be kwa kwahwe nim de na ne ehunu ne de djuma anas obi na ahyeda akora nimdie no baby a on pese obegya mu ama mabunu natimi ehunu bi
ye be before idea 7 million nyina to obi free the chrome or buy no so na be kyerem see ye normal so the colonization na ye kana ya the man for you say ye di agro no sebi sisi as obi ko China na okoto hye ne so no se won kabrofo se fa wa change udin wo som wa sesa no the ochire school bi a no say no standard no de kyerɛ wo na sebi wotremu abe mfie wa ha mfie hanu a na daachi bia ye ka kyerɛ sɛ wo kɔ na kɔ ya woni mu ho kra na wakɔ de wo sɛ ye enti ye challenge ne ye information a wo sɛ sebi ye ka sɛ nim de no na nipa de enya fa ho
yes
enti so bi a wo no pese wo fa wo japade bia no so wo no betete wa onye sɛ nim de be no de be ma wo betimi de akɔ so that's where the challenge is our training, our education growth idea ya som say eno ne de be kono nti mo say say awie branti our university we bizana say he way out wa ko university for 4 years before that we could be for 2 3 was about 15 years of education as we are was say won't me nyawe no bisa was entity be na yeden because it's onya entity pa me mom de me dwen so onya entity pa woni ba ho so na onya kokuduro na otimi ka se bia mo bia na betima chechire bibidi ayeye me no nyina nim say so University of Ghana Kwame Nkrumah University am ko ye na the visa to say yara ka just fana year for no mo pick visa na so mo nya certificate I tell you I dare say many of them will opt for the visa to get out because information they demand no they can relate emienani so what baby obetima say it is a good near the amount na yema won die bia no enti abi me say no man be brea. They didn't just colonize the physical space. They colonized the minds of the people. They colonized the information. And in Tina Sabe, what church no macacrabia, once what you say, say me cry meet my day. Meet my day. We just said him the other day, purposefully, nim dia ye wo ye man mu. I know the emergency more hundawro. Dia ye timide kopa adwuma bi ye ma broni, na ye kono krom koye adwuma, ama ye nigye. Even though afa ye no mum no.
How do we decolonize a yenim? How do we read the because we so been more and one wa famwa.
Yes.
Wafomu ako a basic school.
Sir.
Wafomu ako a secondary school.
Yes.
Wafomu ako a tertiary.
Yeah.
Owie tertiary no. Wasan fasa nim die no mu ako ye masters.
Okuta PhD.
Ebinum kura PhD.
Yeah.
Ebinum ye professors.
Yes.
But yes still,
Yeah.
utimi di wani ehwe mu ehunu se.
Wenkoye.
No onipa na kwa akogye scientist ya gye nim die we nyina. Ka ebe ya se ke o se etimi ehunu bibia. Odi nim die no eyo satra niema na asesa niema. Ye ehunu sa. How do we decolonize? Because we wafamu a.
Yeah.
Eno no kuzu gyina mu.
That's right. How do we decolonize? There's no greater knowledge than the knowledge that you have about yourself. There's no greater education than that. And it's a wood nimu who are able to are not ozi kasare. It means a way nimu ho. The one nimu no hono wakasa. Once one can some pan fan of hot baby free. Now one can crunch so. Or can be out him say what could appear all right, but we'll go to IMF statistics, American statistics. I won't hear what they go for. When you are here for no one abroad, when you are poor, we are here for me say, and it's a work as said the obesha was not just say anti why do anyone take?
So language is very important.
Everything that reflects identity. And the Bema can say, okay, Mr. Sunyame bought me say, be assassin me. Nimdia Benny, the mammy, I met him for assassin. Na me dia hyehyɛ me noma yi ana sɛ de wasase no mu na me da toto me noma yi and kyerɛ sɛ attitude you and it's a won timi nya sad na was so challenge was even though my school no 5 10 20 years but kyerɛ sɛ information I de ma me no enye to was say me gitum before so betima sɛ bi no so gitum sɛ de ma wo enye but so say I didn't kun but I say no one bɛbɔ ho ba ya and the go de bɛkɔ and it say hwɛ de mo ye ya na ye hwɛ de mo nsunsanso ne mo ye hwɛ mo mrante akura ne sɛ bi gidi a mo wo mo mu ni I want to show more mu or see a challenge said the chile no there's a question mark and so the way na dwen so bebo na koma ewo se will be browse any party baby no ko wi a no o bere kra wo hu the hands of the tin land cruiser no road glass no na is o ba ben o twa futuro go mu so because ono ya bi agi na fi him but the na dwen say no mrante ya o mo gina kwa hu yi de na betima ya abo mo abrante o person o fasre so call Libya say oni hope bia wa ha de wakodi abroche kra na o dwen said abrabo no nye but wo ba ne krom osuro no dia na betima ya afa ho de kana koma no wono na betima ya tum say okay maybe de yenim no NCP de yanko hwehwe ne yehwe kwan fa so e be fa so ama yenkrofo so anya de auto wono mom e na me dwen say o betima akopanim de foforo etimi atena dwen but de ogidi say de kwasi broni de brand na ACC no ama ne mining gold gold company your friends say mining firms, yeah. Industries akese akodi wo nsem na ha no wono no de wodi mate wo kwasi broni krom nti wono no nya do betima boy as a matter of fact ye kura ye koya wono ye beko obeka kire ze any technology any sika yenti ye nti ye mo sa na ye tax kakra bi
enfam from
because wono no se be de na broni person wodwe na wodwe no wodwe se mun ye ni mu na nya accountant in operations but ownership de
ye enfam obi foforo
za enfam obi na oni se broni ne ni di ye die na chi so long as we kakra wote kakra ma no problem wono benya 3 billion but o ma 100,000 ya and the camera to so and so long as nkrofo na watete o mo no nya hu akire no saa de no bekoso saa nti wo mo a se bo mbetima hu o mo ni di ba bia yedie no ko say yes ye man ni kodanim na hwan na yedie no woni nsem is in the hands of your own people
and I say wo
amafo because he said well yedie na wo man no mu wa wo nsem wa mo ni fa hodie there's no way about fa hodie fa hodie dey say wo ankasa timi ye wo man mu na yedie nya wo hodie because o kokoro bia so aman bia so bia so ya o mani adin a o mo free man mu no mo na di animu aho ba odi akire but o ye ba odi na say o mo wa sika kese na aho a na che say mo ni antitimu ye
na che say nsem no enya adesua ne nko a adesua no sunsun so enya e wo se de ye bobra
that's right
e wo se de ye asetna ye nwene man twetwe e kyekere man no e bebre
because
they wo kan say apamo a eto da bia ye ne wono mo mufra mo no ne ye ne omo etena se na ye de ye famagudie e de show mo nsa ense de ntwa yi nemum efri afi apem aha nwotwe abepem sabri esan nimdia no a ye nhye da nya ya adwene se be hunu ne ye nya ya adwene se be sesa
dabi ba so no nya na brante ba ko na ni abre a wo se dabi ye mpre so se nkrofo ba ko na broni titi o mo se dabi ye wrong your democracy. Now, which one do you want? Freedom or democracy? You want development? You want growth?
And that's a democracy.
Democracy.
That's a big question.
That's right. Which one do you want? You want the youth? They are not looking for democracy. They want freedom, prosperity, progress. And intra baby obekobi ani bonus no. How can you enjoy democracy in poverty? So there's a new generation.
Yeah.
And they're asking questions. So, and it's rightly so. They must ask questions. Yes, sir. Your mama, your nana,
Bobby,
twice with the same thing. You know, just go be a fine room. Now, honor no what's your cotton to Tiano because Nipano the TV so moto radio so the actual school my sorry them and cremodem and no one actually said Nipano my dream baby. No bet me any one dear Jinako. I'm on home. And I said still because they all go because you don't use the instruments now. We see school, we see religion, we see media, we see democracy, you know, they are cheering. To be behind the agency and to me, yes, you're con hawkers.
Would you say we are complicit? Yeah,
for example, part of it.
Yeah. You find say institutions are good. Say be a yano my kasam from
yes.
To the be a say at Nasiano Park, you be doing coma a day a yen in Diana said the be a better one more routine. And then near name ya fat near who's almost your month and no be any funny. Are we complicit?
In a way, but then who taught you? What was the foundation? What was the first seed? Because if the foundation is wrong, if the first principle is wrong, the rest will be wrong. Until a professor in journalism, but one children journalism, no. Quite many of us which no. And one honors which we professor engineering, quite many of us which no. And one watch and it is a nippon or chred, you decano. The trim upon saying, what children is some of demo home, and as what children somebody in a cheek. Now, maybe dreams have been too many in almost every discipline. The much you see a bit do much. And to was your understanding of journalism is what is to be that's right. But you know, chrono no, they are children. Oh, and your chrono nibiamo. Oh, some follow no, dear. To be developing. Oh, God, that do the audience on democracy, no problem. Say, Josie and no man in will be dear chirache. To work as on Kwane Oscar. And so, are we part of it? I don't know. Because if the first seed is wrong, there's not much you can do. Until so will be for Rebecca Chester Massa. Do you abandon Mudri Dicano? Then yet, the entutu, then yen for fro. Sebe, I don't know what's a Mikusku. Na ye de brofon kwa na echere made me catch you but me drew be say 8 years ameko school yes say kasa na me ma me catch them ni nyina anye enye say ye betimi a kire me mathematics a yes ye me kosua another language and sane ai dai ya kire me na no kra no ya kire me na se mentimi anka ni ya mabon so enti nipa we no da be na obetete no ade kasa no a kire na ma na nya control and sane wa kodua creative bibi. But what is education? Education is just being able to think to create. It's not language. But ono no buy and was said me tete dia me kasa wo so offer. See me see dress wo so yede.
Offer.
See me see to me no ma. So you say o mo ma ko school no na ma tim say we wa ko school. Yeah inko bi no so na ma obi hu say enye dey. Inko bi because the abo sit about tie white shirt clean. O se broni ko school. Broni dey I don't know. It will the beboa ya ma na ni atimi akoso. Onam kromo ade wa hare wo hu da. And to choir, who's a mind beer and as a system beer and a society beer has a system that works to produce results. And we seem to confuse them. Even the way a business should be done, the way a fast the way a fast so any pakrakasa, the way a titini passes a year normal. Society be only you. But yeah, even more business crowd. You perceive yen decided because you in business. They format everything. Even law cry, Sebi, Oka, Honomudi, Asema. Yes, I'm the moody. Will be now will be at the but you perceive any to say the only standard you are needing. Now, maybe said so long as you dear non quan and I'm dear. You betcha. You have genuine to me. You can development. I ain't got some what you quail. Namudin so about Debbie. You can't be any planet me dream and no money or microphone machines. And no maybe or muhian or more to me at least or more to me your complex one crowd or more as I did or meet my day. And they just would develop it. And yet there were also who develop you quite, but machines that were now. That's right. Not even the construction itself, the machines, the tools, the equipment, the technology. Are they the maybe? You bet my baby, self education here day. Na nipa o met my nyasa ade no e o mo matimi agi omumu o manya gidi omumu a o manya gidi o ba bia o mo frimu. Ba ye ntete ne de mai no. Wonwie no wonni gidi kra o mu. Na se bi wanya gidi o ba bia o frimu.
Is already from a conversation, is the future that bleak for Melbourne in this country?
Knowledge is a seed for change. You will access to technology. The brand Tebiano, the also what I said, the child was school now, then I'm the own team from Obraha. Ukwa brochures on to be Yancheresubia is a box. To baby a bit my but your challenge is the right information. I be develop one when your confidence a bit my baby. The right information made to the right mindset, skill set, I'll be to the IBB. And then also you have to be open-minded to say that okay, Makoye medicine, all right, Makoye engineering, but it's likely. You know, if you look at those who came before you and what the Omoya not say information in it, it is a man compared to me. Anything I'm writing to be oh, shower or bra. Miss Statistics, and the idea is we can dream, young brofa, one example be a my idea, go say banche, bro, Yadoa, Anne, Makoye be an ye for Yasato on toast, and one year walk. And yes, I've been out quite try your friends saying business planner, Kasiako pay investor away. Yeah, champ, but when I come out 10,000, and to our new be no any soon your door so. Yeah, you will be our for be any baby, and I pay your Bobrana, you who soon. And you catch a baby on an Israeli day. Oh, what be when in a friend now, just if you knew. And tis all your agents will be TB no sooner. Now, what pen on my fro, I'll bet him that 2 dream more. I made my catcher say. I said the Balua who know. And from a bitch, I'm out to me at all. So, it's not that bleak. It's just the deficit of knowledge.
Tiano any mabuno.
Yeah, challenge. Yes.
One challenge.
Yeah.
Yasudi.
Yeah.
Yasudi
yes, the deficit of knowledge.
And it's a yeah, bebo modi say. You be any.
That's right.
Near hunu. Because be a TBA. Akunyo ho a.
Insharo ho we here so be bank kran san why. You mranted be brave. What is it say me the phone me share phone na me hwem programming. We me do banches is here ma to abobo ya. Obi say me mobile money transfer. Obi say na no ba brante ba ko ka kire me. O free burger. Was Mr Obeng me call bank bi. O security you know. To show him sir I say I'm sad no so me tell show me shop ma ko to books na me say okay. No say me sister want fee no bi. No want brofo. Enti de me tie no na me ka kire no. No I say so on konkrofo fee no onko gigi omo no ma no munsi. So start say oh yes na nkrofo sere no. O say yes na ye no. And then his sister no say so pay 15,000 or boga o. Obenya ma no. We started top machines here this
new man.
So the opportunities is just a philosophy. You know, you are just as strong as the philosophies that you have developed. So, and who say, okay, meet my baby, I'm will be, and so you catch us, baby, I will be out of my day. I hear one, or 9. Obi there 2 trims says if I saw bit my baby, just be bro capital, investor. You know, I show you watch an investor for how many years?
The oh
my. Because obi na chechire wo he no kozi na chechire santro chire wo so here business plan to actually business plans how we anyway business plan one is sorry na kosi crofo no ma o ma 20 cities amen say no bo ho ban chire wanya 30 cities bo ho ban wo ye kan hiafo no ye no so na do so we are just about 90% of us. How many of us na we school our papa bet ma 100,000 if I cost start bi na de ono kra obenya mugidie obetua visa ma o se ko nka Joseph start bi bi ha and so ye do so no a o se ye anka se start bibi no some information we no and e be sane onan no because e homa na akekere yen and e dey ato etrim say just bank kransa na obi afa wadwuma so ho obi amfa wadwuma wo nyeye ana say obi school no kura na e tin pass obetima yeye wa hantige say okwa abrochire sa no man nyina ye according myth because results are ye nya no ekere say no those things are not rare, it's just mirage. The more I work on it doesn't exist. So ho ana say obi dey so ni hini kura ni ho wo ho den pem na beto form. It is out this no money free what game. I can tell you, sir, Branty be our will be there 23 some man qua America mini and it's already 40 years. Still, when you're here, what him do will be so crab bombarding. What tongue your friends or more you may and your 10,000 or the comma connection. Then you are bread so what him bombarding your 100,000 sit down. Will be crazy down torn diners or do America had in your capital. It is all misinformation because we are saying that our people are not informed. And only our greatest challenge is not because we are not living in the blessing.
Rather, the conversation is getting into. It's a utie a year Obeng Darko. Now say, utie for about 3 months, 4 months, or content babe. See, spend every day. Be spending just about an hour. Netino. Because some of the information that he shares, Obronibe can say experiential. You don't know your afamu ehunu and we should be free moon and or day chere. Enya de yekruchi egu nkrata mbebre na ye ka brofo kakraka de afa ho na be e be chiri mu a sand brofo na san chiri mu na o se dante ase ni bi. Enya sa no bi na make. So just spend. You see, there was a time I buy and I'm in Komo. I think when it was on TV. And you mentioned that, like you just mentioned, that you don't need capital.
Yeah.
To start a business. Now, maybe company. I'm giving you an example. Testimony. Maybe a company. No, we're into air content production. Getting. Then at a point in time, I lost money. Into me, imagine said, "Mami, then do the normal thing that we used to do." Then when he says, I may not necessarily need money to go and buy a camera. I may not necessarily need money to go and bid for a contract. I can use my own connections and networks. Maybe such a Juma and I say Biniho. Then I realized maybe say Juma Biniho, but MCB will hold it to me. I am Charlie, we be the VOB by you. Ubit me, I know I determine. And then I realized I was free. Because even if we might cry, say you have other means. No, frankly speaking, you have other means.
Yes.
And so then it dawned on me that, look, so when I show you near catcher say, oh, you need a content production.
Good cameras, good studio.
But obi content be a me man. Me boa no money it was phone.
Phone I use here?
Yes.
That's it.
Phone.
Sir?
I know we use it. And if phone, not to me yes, man. That means that you don't need
the big setup.
And again, the thinking of a lot of people, they say, oh yes, it can and they forget to say Bibia Shasse and Kitten.
Yes, sir.
Bibia Shasse and Kitten. Sabi, untimin for cuckoo, and Conco Sefemne. And sorry, say, Adia, no. So I feel, look, listen to him. Me, I hardly praise people. It's not say, but me who if your quality, I just quickly see it.
Yeah.
And me since then, videos.
Wow.
Radios are hold conference are hold me quite no man to boasie. My shibia obidi I dream me by to quite. See, I've had opportunity to travel like 4 times. I'm telling it, I'll take over and say I've taken over here. I've had the opportunity to travel like 4 times. But
you didn't feel so
I don't feel like.
Yeah.
I don't feel like. So there is a lot more in here.
That's right.
But what kind of information?
That's it. Exactly.
And none of them person who demand. What kind of information do they need?
Okay.
To thrive?
Yeah. Me said the can say so ni mo ho a Kosua. Into Kosua history. Now you can history na you can colonization Britain for by. I think a history beyond our encounter with Omono Ebuao. Ghana Kingdom no Kosua, Ghana Empire Kosua, Songhai Moshi. Kosua. Nesua say wo hwe so mo se toto omono ma. Our heroes there, our heroes. You know Kosua. For the past 2,000, 5,000, get that history. Because in China forecast, I say, China is 5,000 year history. We are older than America. Yeah, Kasa 1957. And 1957, we don't know Mako. And the history you have on the race is just as the history you have on yourself as a person, the memory. He found free. Many say, who shall will be nice when this information you are sabi. Woha, meboa. Uni baby free. So really, you cease to be a human being. The same with your history as a race. So if you don't have any quality history as a race on yourself, will be a cousin be another day.
What you
do? And me just say no, they was all correct here. In far whole professional school, one could be a history in every day. Be all kind 10 minutes. Go on in 1 year. No, you have a good amount. Now not about amount. Start also you be a one fear because of the Sembia and providing. I can't. So that's one key information also. Then you come to yourself. One casano. A dear person do a bravo day. Now one can say talent be now, skills be now. Skill now one, dear na betim dia producer, I betim di sikae dey. Aba. Bisa ho. Se sia wo hoi. Wo dia na say wo HS in Manchester United. Wo skill no. And also with my pick camera, edit TBB. I'm uncle for this guy day. Abra, with my starting business, with my Tom BB. Then what problems can you solve? Uncle for this guy day. Ebema wo bisa ho se CA. And your certificate na some year. Then I'll bet my year. The CA is
certificate to change.
That's right.
And ask yourself the critical question.
What can you solve?
What do you know? And then problem no how
that's right. What expertise
exactly
do you have? I bet this guy day. Ebebro. Kosua side. So only be and you call wedding, Kosua mechanic, Kosua wedding, Kosua block laying, Kosua so called Joma Cotono my scale. So will be a provision shop water, so that's a scale. Will be a Vance water on Toma, Nina scale. Will be to me MC, it's a scale. And they crowd them around the internet and also just like the land. There are so many opportunities on the internet with technology.
Yeah.
Skills be now in terms of technology. I bet me this guy day. Abrewo. We need be a copy. Now face Kasem. Financial knowledge. That's right. Financial knowledge. Because the amount 10,000 says here, I name your fan, you can name the end form. It is bizarre. And find a Usias and the end. So, by minute, and I saw Papa Natural, and offer. Ufree here, where likely is only an Indian. Forget it. And even so, physical Mukrana says, Papa, a Bamon penny for an answer, or yeah, by you says information only. Because really, it's just a good position or 1 year man, a big salary. But be autistic, the ultimate pick one city. Within 3 years, I buy 10,000. What to says you cannot mission also to the ABB. Sanko for be. And I said, your copedio moon in Necosia. Because I never bet my mom. Sicano so him says a penal. Then him says a crassicano. Now you said to me the ABB man for so basso. Nessan war. Sebi, we are so Ubeaqua. Then found work at Triani, mammy 10,000, 200,000. It doesn't matter. A dear what Timmy to says can demand for the last 10 years. I ne. Uba Kranas into your car. Starting a bit in this guy day. You move a brain in car. First 10,000, first 20, first 50,000. You go to car. Nearby they are packing her. Near the Jeffans, no money team. So, but the ultimate D, you know, the first 50,000 one found Kotoka. Ko pay BBA. And my 50,000 they drew 1 million. What is the first one out of Korea? What the Dubai holiday. So Humranti or bank you may wabosi to about time shoe 3,000, 4,000. The car say Ubizan say pay a mabosumia. A crime ben is a for Robert Fast or be. A chance only ye didn't tell me a day. Oh, do your shensham keke. But see a cassie you are the net unity. Umako school can see a 100 dime can see but your source of income is only one. You and poverty, you are not far. There are a lot of people who look rich. But what is a musie? They said the way is legal. Your dress will come out for because both for no pain a show. Anything else opposite about time. You were this is here and fears and I'll bet refi. I'll bet my home. The water to the sick as me, one here will be a country and son. I would about bra. And emergency moon now will be a bit my baby. Yamia or the to baby and Shirawa. O Shayin United free baby, I bet Manyasa, Sibia baby or so. And Cassefo. Now no branch about was started a meeting on number ponche and in Yanka Crabby. Now no catcher says, oh, 500 and ponche 500. The same boy, Nipadi Bebre started to say, we don't waste money, we conserve money. Because we don't waste money, we conserve money so that you can invest it.
Okay.
And two boys said, say, Unifa, Usika Samania of Unifa. Near Braboy, yet this half, Pahudiana, Sebe, Sikademano, and Edibo. The entire way was say, oh, pre no problem. So, can I get 3 jobs, 4 jobs? I will bet mine 20 years. But Busumi and Pia Canas on to me to your mortgage. When the hotel 1 year, you man, we are paying Munches, because Unifa Hoodie. You offer would be better as I say. On a better time or better, and as a time of wedding. Oh, sorry, baby, and a better, and as a mantra. One day, or then home because the sick as I'm riding. And emergency in will be a bit my baby. In fact, Sabi will school now call you and ask a professional crunch or professional and no sick as them in Shiasa. Because I'm a present lawyer and a may like a copac or lawyer will be brave. I said, I can't underway, you can't be brave and try a couple of swimming in the school. And Chay got him Diana, your teen Jessica home from in any school. So, what's Miyako school? And you don't want to be a wee also be a juma. Said you would go to the Sabi. Obey me, I don't go school. We are, you pay for who deal with Sikamua. We teach I don't know what we are sure and all found you. We teach our idea. The watcher of finance ground. What check at you? Ti ye kan yedie yen ka katua. Na me ka se yedie de ebe no bia. Na nyame de ma ye nyina. E hye obia mu. De hia ne se wo bete wani. Obu ha ne de ya burodo. Uko trousers ya no do 5 acres. O se say na won start here. Wo betima do 1 plot. Opa the half never half sa kodua. Wo betima nya 2 plot. Ha bebro wo betima akosere nkrofo asase. I rent it.
And you credit.
The entire will seek a 7 years because when him re. Nyakakra na buy and so anya day 1 to 2 years. And to be free slim was this GENIO. Na say asenti una na mo no mo na ndwia kese akese no. Ne na ndwia ba ko yesi.
O betimi anya bi be
Be 15 de obeto.
Yeah, be 15 16.
Okay. And it's all na ndwia 10.
The ba ko bi ogina ho na Tulaku area ha Kokobuza no bi pebi. I'm saying say ka say 21 22. No ogina so yi.
That's right. Unim rante a ye de na ndwia tete wo mo a ene omo so mo ni sika. Wonim sa technology no nim know how ni nyina o. We free sebe tamale anaso we free wa abetran kran se obepe watchman yedi wonim na mpie ye so otimi ye ba ko mienu miensa na wo du a na ba ko ye 20,000 say and so yedie ne the Africa no obi na de ato etrim se hia na wa ha ye no kore enoma yedie ye no eye eni broni de ne nhia ours is different and it's my we school me abaya na se metima ton koko a wo de opa bisa asana koko a woton se de bia wo discuss ne kofie wo se wa ko school nti je kuta pen computer ina ma 700 a month wa dwen no wa close no sikadi that's it 20 problems in every society, every one of us we can manage our finances well see adwen motia any friend financial information
okay
and as a financial education and the culture was o di school no twetwa ho so wan ko bie mfa ho
and apart from our history,
yes,
apart from self-knowledge,
yes, right.
Another critical thing was utiminya, financial knowledge.
That's right. And then
yes,
yeah. And the next one is how to build a business, and create wealth. Build the business and create.
How
wealth.
to build a business?
Yes.
But you're for Muntini number 1. Kona koko kinkan obakosem.
That's right.
Kona ko hunu won mo tijinaye.
Isa
chichire o maya ho do no atiti mu no.
Yeah.
They toss me say hunu ho.
Yeah.
Ni mu ho.
That's right.
They toss me ensa sikasem totoye.
Sua constantly.
They toss na kwa be faso wa be
we are creative business.
And
we politicians.
We
politicians na ya so for free mo ya ka de bitima ye business.
A business. Ti wanya politician, wanya so for.
Ho kra ro kona no kre kan wo soro a untimi nya bi ho. Ino nyina nim. We bia ni we nyentokwa. As no kre no we pay say. And it was a job of more business. So
even also for no.
That's right. Because they know that business is where you create wealth.
Then you knew because so for no business. No bibia no aka to sin Yankopon be ya.
So enti because you say business. Idea be be no be betima create bibi. Betima pomata dem be betima aton batim sam obi. Betima clean obi hairphone. Betima pe glass esua. The open so ye bia na obetimi aye ne ye. No fa nipa ba ko mienu miensa. Eno na ye de ye. No kremu ama atwumdue eba mu. We ase ba bia be ko bia no the top 70-80% of wealthy people are business owners. This one is free. To be catch us so colleague on we na de be ya wo boa. Colleague on bi we are decided emergency course secondary school na so atwinchan yedie say wo call kroma koye akodofuo now do when we see when you said this is what I want to use to create wealth. So we ask you, which tool are you using to create wealth? Which is it? You can't just hope so that should be a media. It's not true. You identify one, focus on it until it works. But master, when you're successful, then you add up.
Okay.
When you're successful, then you add up. But identify an area. Become an expert in a business somewhere. Obuad and branch of they say me Tom Politin bag no. The way I don't know. We could be on your 50,000. For Politin bag with wholesaler. So it would dear now no. Brand here na wish na tell you complaining no business and to 2 bay machine be na the enyesika. We so we a teacher no problem. Open 2, open 3. A dear BM na bit my head. I can brand be catch them so we electrical engineering. We will be amfana juma. And also okay no be extra classes. Electrical engineering they at least we need mathematics. That is all children conformer physics and mathematics. Or say Mr Obeng that open just about 2 years ago. No you 12,000 every month.
12,000 every month.
GES and fine juma. Private. The next time was I catch him was sort or process salt.
Entine.
That's right. So all of us, we can start with something, wherever we are. And that's the seed that God, you, also, Uba we are here. The Odi be ye, no, Yame de Mao, Sefabro. Will be a de one for Bibiama. The problem is the Obetman who the Odi buy. And will be asking you how person ye ya, and your baby or tenant or Beshasi, baby, I want to know how they shasi. Nipa baby, I was shasi, no one already.
Oh, sorry.
That's it. Just a philosophy, it is a boxer. Elko, Akoko, will be a no way as one as would interview. One can't just make my Quarako Bumida. The cycle near day, different. And they say, what will be Cassa? I said, the old candy, a pa, but or Boafoni wine, and Ghana no dear, and I said, Yamikra Memoir, and President no crown to do by 2 what is Obi Abono. I did have or say what you're saying is true, but it is not easy. And you don't travel. I will be afraid. If you want to be a champion, you cannot think like a loser. True. What was Soja Newa or seriously Bikuno? Civilian and Soja, they mean the same. Yeah. If you want to win in this life, you cannot think like those who are failing. Until the moment you switch the mind, and the word success is in the mind, prosperity is in the mind, victory is in the mind. The way you think, that's where you are. And he said, if you think as a victim, as a defeated foe, you'll be defeated. If you think as not enough, you don't have what it takes, you have that status. But if you think that no matter what, I can get back and fight, you'll move. And now both will be away. Be around any cast him. Say now you know different. And the war breso. Now you different. That's all. Into kunimio. Wa dream. Into the canas I won't tell you. My best rest of the man is canosa. Unye. And Obegas will be away. Be no kunipa. And oh yeah, drew. What are you home? And you for casa. And I was a cocubie. What are you? I could grow idea about you touch it on because only Mabuni be brain one aiding coma. Come here, says I could draw no Nancy. I'm very because be no my messages about for the Eba. F.A. Bonnet said this man is direct from heaven. I say knowledge is key. Nana Kwesi wonders. Nana Kwesi, good morning going out to you. Jam young King Clef or say Mr. Obeng, thank you very much. Grace Quest Abang or say Mr. Obeng, you are a great thinker. Alfred Kwaku is son or say this is the man of the moment, Mr. Obeng Darko. Most of your messages are here. Mame Mfabi and so Ernest Ajamambwedi or say my legend, my mentor. Ernest there no. Paul Amenosoji or say good morning, Mr. Darko. You could let the fire keep on burning. Nana Kwame Ahin was a Ghana our current savior, our hope, and our leader. Kwame Ohiming was a greetings to Mr. Obeng and the greater audience. Kwame Ohiming dia or the Esuma Ebaye Enono Awuni Pilato aristocracy Francis or say the Messiah of our financial revolution. I want a good morning going out to Alhaji Ishmael. See, the great man of all time. I salute you, boss. Gideon Bempong say, I'm watching you live. Thanks so much for your teachings. Say, one more. You have impacted them more. And I will use about, I think the whole day. If they are to come and tell their stories of how you've impacted them, either directly or indirectly. Yeah. But Watia Sembi, every dear wokan, I'm a neighbor, baby, Ojinano, baby pa, or obviously a strong grounding. That's right. See a jay, I can't how many minutes? I mean, more, friend. I can't even say 10 minutes, but let me read a couple of the messages. Now, we are near Momo Abba. Adam Abrantio say, thank you, Papa. Fire. I'm on for answer more with the Ebano. Dawson. But me jam my friend. Patron numbers in 0551 563 916 0555 657 This is conversation of substance. The obesity will be a free more. A jobbing. You've spoken about confidence. Confidence. Where are we going to get that from? It's from your identity. From a sense of history. It comes from the knowledge that you possess. So, Nimdiana wo peno. Once we are no over the would show moon no one do abrabonum. And it's a war status of tiens and pa. Or could run about Cosro. In some now, what nice and from my who balloon. And it's all tiens and power was that for Gina. ni pa se woni akukuduru a de ebiem na obetima ye wo wiase ni woni akukuduru a ontimi nya hwe ubewu yesi ohunfo wo wu kura ansa na wu
na asanto
sa obu a ohunahuna wo school mu sa ba obenya wo ho de se ba sa me no beko no ano no wo bo a wabo no ebi so ade oni kura oni ahode ese abrofo ohunahuna yi eda ye be sori se mo sa don be munye dei munye ya de ho ano no enti obi bebo ohun because o person kire so no ho den se no sa na abrabote wa hwe abrabobo ohun enti ba bia wo bia na ye bo ohun se ye school mu se ye wa sorry dem say baby a ye kasa wo de woni ahode a betima ye woni nyansa wontimi nko anim nyame amo ye you don't if you have the required training obeji atum no ebehia
you shouldn't listen to
no get up
if you really want to why you say person utumpon baby a wugina sisi a wutin why you say person utumpon sa self deprecating messages and someone kasa e butun wo e ma unya gidie wo mu no
enyentum
entie
mentie utie pe wo be kofom bebu abam.
But the two of so akwa sorry na sofo yi can be
omunyina aka bi so omunyina ye instrument ni bia don't you know say preaching ye dey ma Africa for no ye dey share o mase no say preaching is suppressing greatness don't you know as I see so dey hwe ni ha for nature of sra human na wo cause sra human mu obi fa go do aka fa ho be bro what's na nyame madi o well so
ni bi kwa so onyango bebre wa
nyame na bro na catch us was for boni che boni acheda nti wo message o de bre wo se be o be suppress o and they continue that so our confidence is impaired. And without confidence, you can't be successful on this earth.
Without confidence, you cannot be successful on this earth.